you ready? Yes. Ready? Right. Now
Good morning, respected jury members, dignitaries, seniors, and my dear colleagues. I am Harish from last name Football Unit Visakhapatnam. Along with me, my team members, Mr. Bottu Srinivas, Ms. Chandrapriya, Mr. M. Pradeep, Ms. Annapurna. So we would like to cover the journey of leveraging the digital tools for calculating the tank volume. So these are the topics which we are going to cover in this presentation. L&T spectrum, selection of the problem, defining the problem, analyzing the problem, solution and implementation, results, challenges and benefits and conclusions. So this is a broad L&T broad spectrum. So we are the multinational company engaged in EPC projects, manufacturing, high-tech manufacturing and services. We are the $27 billion company and we operate in 80 countries worldwide. So we have the subsidiaries of heavy fuel infrastructure, hydrocarbon engineering, transportation, water and effluent, power transmission and distribution, financial services, IT and heavy engineering, and we are from the precision engineering and services. So if you see the last decade about L&T, we have built the tallest statue, heaviest reactor, largest bridge. So these are the broad view where L&T has been into the various sectors and various fields. We are supported the various fields. So this is the broad view of L&T precision engineering system. We are the top barriers for arts and environment by providing the support to the land, sea, air. And we have the 2 dedicated R&D centers, 3 design centers and 6 manufacturing locations located at Mumbai, Bangalore, Hazira, Telugu, Vizag and Kampally. So we have a strong vision and business strategy which we follow. So L&T is a professionally managed Indian multinational company committed to the total customer satisfaction and enhancing the shareholder value. So we are innovative, entrepreneurial, empowering and creating global benchmarks. We also value of caring, trust, continuous learning and meeting the expectation of employees, stakeholders and society. We have the mission which focuses on the best organization in the design, engineering, manufacturing, assembly, system integration and tool support. So our business strategy focuses on 3 pillars: people, process and systems. So as our quality today's theme is invest in people, building a better future. So we are already implemented in business strategy where we focus on the pillar of people, where leadership development and continuous agile learning. So we have the system of intelligent databases and connect to the connection of systems. And we have the processes of Six Sigma and TOC.
Step 1. Selection of the problem and the tools used are ranking method, flow diagram.
Construction of ship is considered as one of the most complex and physically challenging projects globally due to its precise space management requirement to accommodate around 35 million parts in a limited space. And also ensuring high standard of ergonomics and aesthetic requirements. If you see the complexity graph, for ship construction it is exponentially high when compared to other projects with respect to time, resource and skill. During construction of ship, sections are formed by integrating T-frames, decks, bulkheads, penetration, tanks and foundations. To check the integrity of the sections, hydropressure test will be done, and in addition to that, tanks will be subjected to volumetric testing by filling huge amount of water to derive the volume.
So why measurement of tanks volume is required?
It is mainly for 2 purposes. It provides accurate measurement of mediums in the tanks, which helps the ship endurance at sea, and also provides data to stability calculations and maneuvering.
Based on the identified problem, we have identified few challenges which occurs during measuring of the tank, like availability of critical resource, water consumption, testing duration, measurement accuracy, availability of time and space, calibration of sensors. Based on the ranking method, we have identified top 3 other major challenges. Towards this, a cross-functional team consisting of digitalization, production, planning, quality control has been. And our journey has started on 16 September 2023 and ends on 4th April 2024, and we have conducted around 90 meetings till date.
Analyzing the problem and tools used is why analysis.
To analyze the problem, our team has used why analysis. And the first problem is confined environment.
Why it is a confined environment?
Because to accommodate all resources, safety and stability.
And why to accommodate all the resources, safety and stability?
Because the principle of 1 leads to 8, that is software, expansion and constraint space.
And why it's a constraint space?
Because we have only limited support from external environment.
Root cause 2. High water consumption.
Why we need more water here?
The volume is measured by filling the tank progressively in 3 iterations.
Why we need to fill the tank in 3 iterations?
Because alternate methods are not approved.
Why alternate methods are not approved?
Because alternate methods are not proposed during the procedure approval.
And another one more challenge is testing duration.
So why the testing duration is more?
Water needs to be filled through a single inlet at a low flow rate to raise the level of the water gradually inside the tank.
So why to use a low flow rate?
Volume needs to be measured at a different levels.
Why at different level?
As per the different procedure, we need to generate the data.
So can we avoid this problem?
No, we can't.
Why not?
Because of the external challenges which are part of our construction.
So what to do now?
We have to utilize these challenges.
That means,
We have to go into the process of mitigation.
so how to mitigate this challenge?
Let us go into some digital methods.
Step 4. Solution to the problem and tools used is brainstorming.
To finding solution to the problem, our team had brainstormed and our approach was in 5 steps. They are selection of software, procedure and SOP, pilot project, taking customer approval, and after completing pilot project, we have to scale up across the tanks. Coming to software solution, we have explored many softwares like CATIA, BOM, Geomagic and SolidWorks. And we have finalized CATIA in view of expertise in our team and we have licenses.
Our team has developed a new process using digital. Let us go into the process. Step 1 involves importing the 3D or scanned models into the CATIA. And step 2 involves like we have to extract the components inside the tank which are like some pipes or equipments and all. And we have to, step 3, we have to define the boundaries of the complete tank. And then we are going into the process of step 4, like we are measuring the tank volume by using measure inertia option in the CATIA. We can see the graphical representation here, like importing the 3D or scan models into the CATIA, and we are extracting the components like pipes and all, and then we are defining the boundaries. Then we are measuring the volume of the tank using the measure inertia option in CATIA. Total, we have a scope of 120 numbers of tanks, out of which 60 are of complex tanks and 57 are of non-complex tanks. And we have our deliverables like dead volume, residual volume, total volume, and volume at various levels. Through the digital BT process, like we have taken 3D model based process for non-complex tanks and full scan model process for complex tanks. And we have a tolerance limit of plus or minus 5% here.
So we have undertaken the pilot project by taking one non-complex tank and complex tank for measuring volume of the tank to the India. So as we mentioned in the image, so the volume of the non-complex tank is 7,850 liters and the volume of the complex tank is 23,987 liters.
We can see the volume which is measured at various levels like dead volume, residual volume, and total volume of the tank here. Coming to the two pilot projects, one is non-complex tank and another one is complex tanks. With respect to the drawing, the capacity of the tank required is 7,790 liters, whereas through digital calculation we could able to achieve 7,850, which is having a percentage deviation of 0.77%. Like coming to the complex tanks, here the drawing requirement is 23,090 liters. In the digital calculation we could able to achieve 23,987. Here there is a percentage deviation of 3%, which is within the limit of plus or minus 5%. And here we can see there is a drastic reduction of madness from 70 to 75%.
So in this approach, we have faced numerous challenges like resources, buying from stakeholders, gaining customer confidence, training and awareness, and identification of suitable plugin, and preparing compatible model.
Step 5, results.
After getting a better results in our pilot project, we have scaled up our digital to 3 complex and 3 non-complex tanks, in which results are presented as in the slide. We have ensured around 3% of deviation in non-complex tanks and 2.4% of deviation in complex tanks. Through this study, we have ensured around drastic reduction of mandates by 60 to 65%.
Step 6, benefits.
So the benefits are like it is related with the L&D strategic initiative Let's Go Digital. So this digital BT approach is a comprehensive and systematic approach. So as safety is core value of L&D, as we are operating in regulated, so as it enhances the safety of the person and also the ship, those who are working inside. And as we are focusing, present generation is focusing on the renewable resources. So if you say that we could able to save in the pilot project and scaling up of the pilot project, we could able to save the 4,500 tons of fresh water. So this approach we have submitted to the customer for the customer approval, and we have received the approval for the implementation future projects and also ongoing plan which we are yet to conduct the volume. So and also we have received the customer appreciation as we have used the cutting edge technologies like 3D handy scanner and updated upcoming software tools which are available in the market. So not working on this, and we also like talking about the productivity. Whether are we saving the project life cycle or not? If you see the average life cycle from design to the maintenance, we take almost 9 years. So we have reduced almost 10% of the overall life cycle by conducting the digital BT rather than the conventional BT. So finally the savings are like 900 man days, 15,000 man hours, and we could able to save 92 lakhs in the pilot project and scaling up of the pilot project. So if you give the customer approval for the future project, we could able to save approximately 5 crores in the conduction of the digital BT. So finally I would like to conclude and end my presentation by saying a Greek philosopher, nothing is permanent except change, and we will strive for the continuous improvement. Thank you.